Well, it's another week and another episode of Rapid Fire Questions. I'm Anna Witte, and today we are joined by a member of the Charleston Southern softball team. Her name is Brooklynn Brewington. She is a native of Andrews, South Carolina. So Brooklynn, welcome to the show. Pumped to have you here. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So I have a list of questions for you. We are just going to get started, go into it. Again, there are fun questions about you and also maybe some questions about softball. First question, your favorite drill in practice?
I love when coach just puts everyone at their position and she just hits rockets at us, like diving from left to right. Diving's like my favorite thing to do. So her challenging us and her hitting balls everywhere is just great because we can get them and make good plays.
In the spirit of spooky season, since it's now October, what's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Probably It, and I cried. So I'm not a fan of scary movies.
The clown one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Podcasts or audiobooks?
Podcast.
How were you introduced to softball?
I was always been an athletic child, and so my dad, I remember one day he brought me a tee and a bat, and ever since then I would sit there and hit into a tire in my backyard against my playhouse, and then I got into pitching and I'd pitch into that tire in my backyard in my playhouse. So ever since then I just loved it.
Awesome, that's so cool. Okay, so from doing my research, I feel like you're into style and fashion. Who's maybe your style icon?
I love Zendaya. Zendaya is like beautiful. She's the most versatile like actress I've ever seen. Like all of her clothes are just, in any film she's ever played, she can do, like Euphoria, I don't know if you've seen that, to anything on Disney Channel. Like she's such an amazing role model, and all her clothes are just amazing. Everything was good on her.
How would you describe her style?
I'd say it's very edgy, but then again, she can dress up and be very classy at the same time on the red carpets, which is just, I love it. It's so versatile because that's how I am, because sometimes I'm a little girly girl, but then sometimes on the softball field I look a tomboy.
So what's your favorite memory at Charleston Southern so far?
I think traveling with my team every weekend and like going on the road trips and singing karaoke, and it's just so fun being with them, and it's just a great atmosphere being on the bus, especially with the road trips.
If you worked in the style industry, or the fashion industry I should say, what would you want to do, or maybe what would you create?
I would create a very versatile line that boys and girls can wear the same clothes, because I know like fashion now is a really big thing for everyone, and I just love the old style, like the 90s, 2000s, like that is such a great era for me, and I would love to bring like back the Juicy Couture jumpsuits, and
yes,
I just love everything like that with the sneaker. Like I just love that look.
And 90s are back, so that would be perfect timing. Okay, so next question, I'll start off with myself. Fun fact about me, I used to perform in the Carolina Ballet's version of the Nutcracker. So similarly, down those lines, what's a fun fact about you?
I used to do national glitz pageants when I was little. I have over 50 titles nationwide, and I just always love pageants. I always dress up, so I was kind of like the toddlers in tiaras. I was that kind of girl, so that was what I used to do when I was little. I loved it.
That is so funny. Were you ever on the show?
No, I wasn't. I was stopped right before the show came out, so.
Oh my gosh. How did you get into that?
Well, one day my mom was like, I'm going to put her in a pageant. Everyone said, you should always put Brooklyn in pageant. Mom was like, no. She said, so one day she asked me when I was little if I wanted to, and I was like, yeah, put me on stage. And then ever since then I would win, and I just loved them.
So funny. That's a perfect fun fact. Any good luck charms?
My grandma comes to all my games, so just seeing her face, honestly, she is my world. She is my heart and soul, and just her being there, she's always been my good luck. I don't think she's missed a game yet at Charleston Southern, so she's definitely my good luck charm.
What has softball taught you about life?
Softball has taught me a lot about life, because I came from a place where a lot of people doubted me, and a small town, you just always have to work and work hard, and softball has taught me that you have to work hard in school, out of school, in life, and no matter how many people try to bring you down. You just have to smile through the pain, pray, and just stand up very tall, shoulders back, and smile all the time.
2 things on your bucket list.
To swim with great white sharks in Australia, because I love sharks, and go skydiving.
Okay. So if you were to ever leave South Carolina, what would you miss about the state?
The weather. I love the heat. I stayed in South Carolina because I just love everything to deal with, like the weather and the heat and everything like that. I don't like being cold, so this is the perfect place for me.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. Best way to decompress?
Usually, I just love listening to music. I listen to all kinds of music, all kinds of genres. Country is definitely my favorite. I grew up in the South here, but I listen to just about anything, and that just honestly soothes me and just helps me out with a lot of things.
What is something that you wish you owned?
Well, I have a dog named Merle, but I would love more puppies. I just love dogs. I wish I owned all the dogs in the world. I could just take them all in.
Do you have a dog at school?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's so great. And Stevie has a dog, Odie, correct?
Yeah.
Are your dogs friends? Do they ever see each other?
They did whenever my puppy, he was a really little small dog last year in May. But so far, when he grew up, they haven't met yet. But we're planning on bringing both of them to practice one day so they can have fun.
My last question for you is, do you kill plants or do you have a green thumb?
Oh, I kill plants. Me and my mom, when we moved in my apartment, we bought 2 new beautiful plants from Walmart, and she was like, all right, Brooklyn, you have to make sure you water them. A week later, they were dead. It was so bad. I was so embarrassed. So, yeah, plants are not my thing.
Yes, I feel you. I'm the same person. I've killed a succulent, which I feel like is impossible. And I've killed a big palm tree plant. It's pathetic. But it's not easy to keep alive. I don't blame you. Brooklyn, that's all I have for you today. I really appreciate your time. It was so fun to learn a few things about you, and good luck this season.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you.